Ever since the first leaks about the OnePlus 15's specs hit the internet, the buzz around this phone hasn't slowed down one bit. This time, OnePlus is putting the spotlight on design and display as its main selling points. It's no longer trying to be that all-round, maxed-out spec beast. It's more about a balanced, premium experience. There are definitely some trade-offs in the hardware this time, but the big question is, are they worth it? In this video, we'll dive deep into the OnePlus 15's gaming performance, camera setup, and everyday usability. I'll share everything I've found out so far, so let's jump right in. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. First off, the OnePlus 15 still rocks a 120Hz display for everyday use. But that raises a question. Why push for an even higher refresh rate? And is it really worth giving up a 2K screen for it? Well, if you look at what's happening on the PC side, you'll find an interesting parallel. Office monitors are starting to adopt 120Hz panels, while gaming monitors are already pushing 480Hz. The balance between ultra-high refresh rates and ultra-sharp resolution has always been a matter of personal preference. That same philosophy seems to carry over here. The OnePlus 15 comes with a 1.5K resolution, 165Hz display, a smart middle ground for gamers. It delivers a great blend of smooth performance and visual clarity. And this isn't just theoretical performance. The phone actually offers native support for a bunch of popular games, including shooters, racing titles, fighters, and rhythm games. Looking through the list of optimized games, it almost feels like OnePlus has teamed up with Tencent directly. Of course, since this high refresh mode is still new, there are some compromises. Games like Delta Force, Call of Duty, and Crossfire need you to dial down some graphic settings to hit 165Hz consistently. In Delta Force, the exquisite graphics preset runs at around 1080p resolution, which is more than enough for long sessions, about an hour of smooth gameplay with stable frame rates and good heat control. But when it comes to fast-paced shooters like Breakout, you can actually crank everything up to max, graphics and frame rate included. In my tests, a 30-minute session kept the resolution steady at 1080p, maintaining 165 frames per second most of the time during combat and exploration. When you're looting or switching maps, it automatically drops to 60 FPS to save power and keep things cool, though you'll still feel the phone warming up a bit. Now, let's talk about one of the toughest games out there, Thunderbolt Breakthrough. This game really pushes the limits, like way more than Genshin Impact, which now feels like a medium-load title by comparison. Running at a native 881p resolution, Thunderbolt Breakthrough keeps the device much cooler after an hour of play. Even with higher frame rates and graphics turned up, the phone only gets mildly warm, nothing concerning. Another key part of the gaming experience is touch response. And honestly, OnePlus nailed it here. The touch sensitivity is super high. You can actually feel the difference. Reloading or emptying a magazine feels snappier compared to a 120Hz screen, and multi-finger controls are much more accurate. It's not just about reaction time. When you're playing something like King of Glory and you're stunned or pinned down, you still want to trigger your skills instantly. That's the level of responsiveness you get here. Display tech keeps evolving, and 2K resolution isn't the ultimate goal anymore. It's only a matter of time before we see 2K displays running at 165Hz, or maybe even 1.5K panels hitting 240Hz. The race between refresh rate and resolution is far from over, and the OnePlus 15 is definitely helping set the pace. When it comes to the camera setup, the OnePlus 15 sticks with a mature triple lens configuration. But even so, a few familiar issues still pop up. For instance, the telephoto lens has an autofocus distance of about 40 centimeters, slightly better than what we saw on the OnePlus 13. However, in low-light situations, that 170mm hardware crop on the telephoto lens inevitably causes some drop in image quality. What really puzzles me, though, is why OnePlus didn't just use two JN5 sensors and instead went with an OV50D for the telephoto. Why does that matter? Well, if the ultra-wide camera had also used a JN5 sensor, this performance-focused flagship could have supported full-range 4K 120fps recording in log or even Dolby Vision. That would have been a huge leap. Still, there are some nice upgrades here, like the ability to shoot 4K 30fps portrait videos with both the main and telephoto cameras. To my knowledge, Even Oppo's Find X8 Ultra doesn't include that feature for portrait video. And honestly, aside from the missing Hasselblad branding, the orange shutter button, and the X-Pan mode, the overall imaging experience doesn't differ much. The signature color tone remains, the slightly dreamy, vivid colors with rich light and shadow details are still there. It's easy to capture those cinematic textured shots right out of the box. The default photo mode continues to balance high and low shutter speeds nicely, producing crisp yet natural results. There are also new CCD flash portrait modes and an 800T film preset added this time, available in both photo and portrait modes. These maintain that natural film grain and tone simulation, but the overall color science now leans more toward Oppo's own unique style rather than Hasselblad's. Whether you're into artistic, creative photography, or just capturing everyday moments, this phone gives you plenty of room to experiment and express your own vibe. Over the past few years, Oppo's camera technology has made serious progress. Multi-camera consistency, sharpness, that distinct camera feel, and advanced features like Pro XDR live photos. All of it continues to evolve under Oppo's Lumo imaging system. Now, moving on to some details that are easy to overlook. Long-distance power delivery is still supported, which is a big plus for a performance flagship. Charging, however, has naturally slowed down a bit due to the larger battery capacity we've been seeing in recent years. The OnePlus 15 supports 120-watt fast charging, and in real-world tests, it takes around 30 minutes to go from 9% to 100%, even with temperature control in place. The 100-watt output handles short sessions quickly, while the 72 watts mode maintains longer peak power, resulting in faster overall charging times. As for the software, ColorOS 16 introduces a smarter little memory feature. It can automatically recognize your favorite content on major platforms and organize it neatly within little memory. It even offers video recognition and summarization. So, for example, if you save a tutorial, it gets categorized automatically for easy reference later. It's a neat feature that helps you find what you need faster, even grouping things like skincare tips or guides for better visibility. This system-wide collection feature is getting more practical too. Whether you're using QR codes for deliveries or ordering milk tea, you can now access them directly without having to memorize or reopen the app every time. Plus, it even tracks spending, so if you go a little overboard with your purchases, it can help you manage your budget better. The new shortcuts are noticeably faster as well. I use voice recording often, and now it even provides AI-powered voice summaries, which is incredibly convenient. With all these refinements, the OS feels mature and polished, almost like a glimpse of what the future of smartphone UI should be. It also feels like Oppo has finally drawn a clearer line between its Find series and the OnePlus numbered series this year. The OnePlus 15 comes across as a more balanced, polished flagship with a slimmer design and refined aesthetics. Even without the Hasselblad branding, its camera performance continues to improve, and that might make it more appealing to a wider audience, including more female users. In terms of performance, that ultra-high refresh rate display sets a strong foundation for smoother, more responsive experiences overall. So what do you think about the OnePlus 15? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more tech content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.